We have 4 minutes to work on the first page. We're going to do 10 minutes per page. Okay?
Can I add more?
Yes.
I think this is just technical error, but I found something kind of grammatically wrong. For example, in entrepreneurship first sentence, about finding a new stage to express myself.
Yes.
Usually 그 myself을 쓸 때는 subject이랑 object이 똑같을 때만 쓰는 거라서 I think 이런 거 같은 grammar 같은 거 고치면 좋을 것 같고요.
The sentence is grammatically correct though.
아 진짜요?
Yeah, because yeah.
Speak English, please.
Yeah. Yes. So this is me. You can say express me, but myself is used as emphasis.
I thought for me is modifier, so that's not a subject.
For me, yeah. For me, music is a means to express myself. Myself is fine.
And also in the last paragraph, there is like expression that not be afraid of, and I think we can just shorten it to just face challenges, I guess.
The last one,
Yeah, in the last paragraph.
which is not free of. Not be
Because I
afraid of
thought like
challenges.
not be afraid of is kind of long and also kind of like easy expression.
Good.
So
So
I might change to just face challenges.
yeah, this is what we usually get when we just use a AI translate. Because when we put 두려워하지 않는 법 in
Yes.
AI, it tends to keep it.
Oh.
But so yeah, good suggestion. We're going to change this to face challenges.
And also in the last paragraph, I think it might be more like influential if we change like in last sentence my books to my writing, because like I felt it was kind of not natural.
Sejun, do you think both my career and my books? Do you want to say my writing or your books? Because she owns a book publishing company.
Oh, so sorry.
the keyword is like the what really soon.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
And also like before the last paragraph, the like I think it's the 6th or 7th one, I think the think bigger than like
Bigger than Korea?
bigger than Korea. I think the expression is kind of like AI
Yeah.
tech. So I might change to think beyond or
Right.
abroad more. Yeah.
Okay, good. So since we have 1 minute, I'm just going to give my suggestion. So did you all like this story?
Yeah.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
think the content is really good.
Okay. Content is good. Yeah, I think the last one I want to point out is Sejun, what age did you publish the book?
23.
23. I think I want to change the early 20s to 23. Because 20대 초반 became early 20s in AI, but there's no reason to not just say we did this when I was 20. Or when I was 20. And this one, I think, since it comes after the entrepreneurship paragraph, this can be omitted. Sounds good?
Yeah.
Sounds good. All right. Suggestions for the second page, Chloe and Jude.
So I'll start from the first question. The first question, I think if you mentioned like what kind like the criteria before you move on to the details, it will like create an overview of the criteria. So I think you could add like the first sentence where it states the whole criteria that you're going to talk about. For example, like I think punctuality, presenting to feedback, blah blah blah, is I use this to determine to collaborate with them.
Because it is like the speech is for speech, so I wrote in simple line.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Just a question. So the question says, what are the 3 criteria? Why do you have 6? Should we choose 3 out of the 6?
yes. first I wrote for 3, but I thought I have to remember, so I answered more answers. But when I had the speech, I think I will forgot something, so I wrote more.
I think like you could kind of like combine receptiveness to feedback and mutual respect together because they're like a bit similar.
Okay. That's group 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Group 1. And then also maybe self-driven growth and accountability. That may be deep, I think.
Okay, that's your suggestion.
Yeah. And then
the other 2 goes to punctuality goes to okay. Since group 3 is kind of weird, may I suggest that we do positive energy and self-driven growth together, and then accountability and punctuality together. So that way we can do we can rename these. So we can even just do this. Because people who demonstrate an intrinsic desire to improve, push beyond their limits, that is a positive energy. Okay, and I would say for group 1, we can combine this to mutual respect. Because if you are mutually respectful, we are receptive to feedback, right? And how about group 3? I think group 3 is sounds very important in business, right? Because we have to be punctual and accountable, right? So,
to respond maybe you can do it as response. No.
I would say just accountability.
Okay.
But this one, a person's commitment to time is not really accountability yet, right? It is an example of accountability, so I would just put, for example. Okay. This way we can put this into 3 items instead of 6. Sounds good? Let's go.
So like for the second question and third question, I firstly want to say that like the openings of the second question I think like it's really good. But then I want to point out some of the word choices that she made. For example, second question, second paragraph. So like I think it's better to put breaking instead of disrupt the norms. So
Disrupted them,
yeah, disrupting the norms. And also, I really kind of don't understand like what subject matter expert means. Like,
Yes.
What did you
Yes, I want to.
For subject matter experts, did you write 이 분야의 전문가?
Yeah.
Then maybe recognized as the subject's expert. No, I think the word matter is kind of.
I would say, since this is spoken, we can be a little informal, right? I would just say.
I became an expert. Oh, okay.
Yeah. How about this? Do you know this meme from Spider-Man when Green Goblin first says, "Hello, Peter. You know, I'm some kind of scientist." So yeah. I became, some kind of expert. Okay, so this is not too much into the expert, but it's also a playful way to show that you gain some kind of expertise.
And I also had one more question. You wrote like a rebellious figure. What did you mean over there?
It's like not a model student.
Oh.
Yeah, so because I was a music student, so many professors said I have to only practice like this, but I did a lot of other things, so they said like.
I would say this is a little bit like translation. So I was viewed as someone who's straight from conventional path. I would change it to let's shorten this greatly. If it's shorter, it's easier for you to remember, right?
Yeah.
Okay. How about this? I was.
I was really
Okay, so we have some kind of expert, right?
Yeah.
So before that, we're not an expert, but somebody who's just unconventional and maybe strange, right?
Yeah.
So maybe before publishing my book, I was just a student, right? Just an unconventional student. Once you put this together, right, you go from just a student to some kind of expert. I think that's a very concise change. Yeah. It depends on how unconventional you were. Do you want to say that you didn't like to study? Did you like to study?
I tried. I can't understand why I have to study like high school and university, because my parents said if you enter university you can find the freedom like this. But when I entered the university, my professor always said you have to practice like this. So I thought that my freedom is here like this.
Okay. How about not unconventional? How about even say I was just a lost student. Yeah, you're lost in purpose. You're lost in what you have to do. I think a lost student means much more than even unconventional. Okay? It just tells you who you were before publication. Okay. Disrupted the norm, and I think disrupting the norm, we can say that's a pride in, say, since we're going to student, breaking the rules. Make sense? So I'll just to be more direct. Okay. Okay, unique value proposition. Any other opinions on the second and third questions?
So I want to then move on to the third question.
Okay.
So I don't in the first paragraph I'm not sure the musical Sunny 10 what that is. So for example
Sunny 10 is the title of the musical.
I mean so for me, because I'm not I don't watch musical, I don't know musical, maybe you need some
So I understand because I have to add like the more information to this.
so maybe more elaborate what this is. Because just saying musical song I'm not sure what this actually does into your
Yeah.
and also here there is some word choices that are kind of not so good. For example, if you look at the third paragraph, after she says, I committed myself to endure the discomfort for the brief of intense period, but then I think it's better to change brief as a short.
Okay. Yeah, I would say short but intense period.
Short and intense period.
I would say we can just remove this sentence. Because right, the second one, I had to rapidly prepare. Oh, it's rapidly.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
I do.
Let's take the rapid. I had to prepare for tasks outside my comfort zone. And if we do this, at first, let's just. Right, how about this? We have to go outside the comfort zone. And it's your first time singing, acting, performing, and there was a lot of struggle. Now, I think the first time you get to practice a musical, I don't think the struggle has to be elaborate. Because if you know what a musical is, the struggle of it just sounds very hard to perform. Instead, what we want to show is a talkie that growth emerges from discomfort. Yes. So we can frame her as somebody who embraces the discomfort. Yes.
And personally, I don't think we need elaboration on the Sunny Town musical, because the whole thing is not introducing the musical, but introducing what you learn from the musical. So I don't think you really need to elaborate what you do.
Oh, okay. So do you think that Sunny 10 is not substantiated? So
No, I think it's fine with as it is.
Oh, okay. Yes. Yeah, we need the Sunny 10 there.
Yeah, I mean like I don't think we need more explanation about the Sunny Town.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I think it's fine. And then something that seemed like an overwhelming challenge in the first paragraph,
Okay.
I don't think we need it. We can just like cross everything out from the something that seemed to challenge, because it's kind of mentioned in the other part.
So we heard of show not tell, right? So instead of explaining that this is an overwhelming challenge, why don't we say that was this your first time singing on stage? Singing on stage.
Merch.
Merch.
This year.
So
This is.
so you play instruments,
Yeah,
but
so
this
my-
is your first time
Yeah,
singing, right?
Yeah, so my major is the double bass, but this year I came to have the chance for the musical, so I first learned singing and acting in February and for only 1 month. And merch I have, so that moment is I felt very stressful.
Right. So here it is. I had to take on the role of leading actress on stage, but it was my first time singing and acting, or acting on stage, professional. Right. So again, it's the first time, and already sounds very challenging. Okay. Good. I see. Right, we have 1 minute. I'm just going to change this to diverse perspectives were part of my unique value proposition. I think the value proposition came from 가치관, right? So I would change it to all a proud part of who I am. Right? And not only provided a so I think not only but also is grammatically correct. It's just much better in writing than it sounds. It sounds complicated if you speak. So I would say advertisement of who I am. And it says storytelling is a powerful tool in reshaping how others perceive. So that is advertisement. And the word advertisement also has the platform for my voice. Right? So if you want to frame this as a learning experience, and a teacher that told me the power of storytelling. How about this? So my book is an advertisement, but it is also a teacher for me. Sounds good?
Yes.
Let's go. Page 3.
So I think overall like page 3 has habit of using reflexive words. Like for example, I also remind myself in question 4, and in question 5, art itself doesn't always guarantee profit, so it use words like itself or myself.
Alright.
Every question.
So every question has itself or myself.
Yeah.
In grammar words, reflexive pronoun.
Yeah. So I think if she just get rid of it, maybe it can be more clear.
Alright. I think. But consistently question myself cannot be replaced because
Yeah, it's fine.
actually, if it's reflective journaling, then that is questioning myself.
Yeah. So maybe.
Actually,
Oh yeah.
looks good.
Yeah.
Okay. And what can I learn from this, and what challenge can this teach me? How do we contract this? Okay. Looks good?
Yeah.
Okay. It's better for you, right?
Yeah.
Shorter script. Okay.
And I also like her usage of metaphor in the question 4, like emotional roller coaster still affects me at times, or reflection of people's inherent nature. But I thought in the first paragraph of question 4, what I've come to realize, I think it is a little bit weak. So maybe changing to word sure, or words with strong voice would be
Okay.
better, because it's a part of mentioning her thoughts about criticism.
Okay. One, I think criticism and unfounded attacks, negativity, all of this can be replaced. Even the question itself. Criticism, unfounded attacks, negativity. We have a word from today's vocab test that could be used to describe all of this situation. All of our words start with A.
Wait. Can you repeat?
Criticism, unfounded attacks.
Allege.
Okay, so unfounded attacks are allegations, but if you think of this entire question, I think there's a better word than negativity.
Adversity.
Good. So I think we can even change the question to how do you navigate through adversity?
Oh, we can also change.
Yeah, why not? Yeah. Navigate is a good word, a good verb that is often used with adversity. So, I think so we want to go focus on your positive side, right? Your energy. So I think we want to emphasize the supportive individuals around you. So I think it's better to elaborate on the supportive individuals and not really talk about the people, say, who have you others' judgments. Sounds good? Yeah. Should we? Okay. So I think we can just do a rewrite of this. Focus on the supportive. Okay. Let's get back to this if we have time after we look at question 5 and 6. Okay.
So in question 5, I think overall sentences are long,
So I think it would be better if it becomes more concise. So for example, like the last sentence, like last paragraph, like first sentence, like as my business grows, the sentence seems like quite long. So I think it would be better to change, like as my business grows, I like not only continue to draw like clear line, but also do like a symbolic process.
Yeah, I think this yeah, I think the draw a clear line between art and commerce is not substantiated. Is it important that you draw a clear line between art and commerce? Or do you think it's always together?
It's very difficult, but
그러니까 왜냐면은 I don't understand what you mean by line between art and commerce because and emphasizing because isn't it is separate. That part doesn't have to be explained. But you can put this as amplifying one another, so we can just focus on the amplification.
And also for the first sentence,
First,
it's a bit too long, so I'll just say, I focus on small incremental things rather than everything that
Okay. But I think this is very actually different from what I knew about you. I thought you made money out of other things so that you can invest in art. Right. Yeah. Okay. I thought that was a much more direct and truthful experience. Okay, change answer to the real one. The real answer is she earns money from the publishing company so that she can support artists. But supporting the artist is part of what the business is and what the business identity is. So there should be two aspects, right? One is I earn money, I make profit so that I can support the artist. Right? But again, supporting the artist is not just a cost. It's important for me because the artists are important for me, not because they're not because they are profitable, but because they define what company define the company we're running, the brand I want to establish. Is that right? The artists are not important not because they're profitable, or not because they make me rich, but because they define the brand I want to establish. Naya, any suggestions for?
I think the first sentence, I think the overall is not very smooth, so
This one? Or how about question 6?
question 6.
Yes.
I tried to say I was going to say about the first sentence, but it's already correct. So
Oh, okay. Yes.
in the last paragraph of question 6, it starts with the expression one critical routine, but like you already talked about your routine, like asking myself or consider or other things. So starting with one routine I rely on is not very smooth. So we can change it to other expressions like
other routine I rely on, like something
Okay.
like that.
So for question 6, I would just change this entire thing to document everything, because this second paragraph is again external forces, but I need to be grounded on my personal values. I think that is already up there. So I would maybe just remove this and then just work on the document everything. So you're saying that this paragraph could be improved with more clarity and
Clarity.
yeah.
Maybe.
Other suggestions? Yeah. Sid?
I want to point out, like, in the last sentence of question 6, it says that facilitates a clearer decision-making process. I think you can change into more clear decision. So, like,
Okay.
yeah, and also,
Yeah, or helps me make clear decisions, right?
yeah,
Or facilitates, or you can even just remove the clearer, because one, it's a hard word to pronounce.
yeah.
Clearer is hard to pronounce. Yeah. So, but I think you can even say facilitates a clearer decision-making process. I would just say helps me decide wisely.
And I also want to say, like, this process helps me clarify my thoughts and train my emotional and mental shifts. But we know that, like, it says, like, helps me, so it is per thought. So I think it is okay to just get rid of, like, my thoughts and my emotional and mental shifts.
Yes, and so what is the change you want to make?
Like, this process helps me clarify thoughts and track emotional and mental shifts.
Okay, sure. Yeah, we can remove the mind. Another suggestion I would make is documentation. So we have everything with me, right? When we go back to the documentation, then it helps, right? Not the process. So, how about my diaries help me? Or my journals? My journals help me clarify thoughts and track my emotions, or track my emotions, right? Which in turn helps me decide wisely. Okay. And if we have time, I would just add what do I document?
Because it's just like everything.
Is that for substantiation?
This is for substantiation. So once we do this, I think we can remove this paragraph. So establish Sajin as somebody who is a very clear documenter, somebody who's very organized, and has everything kind of planned out. Okay, let's move on to our last page. Suggestions?
For,
Business suggestions?
for question 7, I thought like we should have more extension in like the third paragraph.
We should expand this third paragraph.
Yeah, because
Okay.
she said it's much more significant in the other paragraphs. So I thought this paragraph should be more elaborated. For example, like how can you translate geographical boundary to
Okay.
How much do we do about
Pardon? Delete this paragraph. Okay. But this is a vision. I think Yeah, we can put this together. So I think share their struggles. Is this important or is this important? More important? Share their struggles or transcend geographical boundaries? I think this sounds more futuristic. Yeah, why don't we just keep this and change the share their struggles? Isn't that more powerful? Wouldn't that be better for the artists, right? Okay. So I'm gonna put this. Okay, so create a platform where individuals, especially from their arts, not isolated, but that's transcending. Ta-da! Does it sound like a great artistic platform?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, and then I want to extend this message globally. Universal tension sounds like too much like science. Unending ambivalence from our vocab quiz, right? Good. Because artists are always ambivalent about the harsh realities of a career and pursuing art. Good. We can just say, okay, and I want to extend this message. I would say, I would say just artists face harsh careers. Artists face harsh realities. Just a question, do we have to explain that artists face harsh realities?
I think that's kind of unnecessary.
Once we do this, we can remove this, right?
Yes.
Yes? You can't even say reality is harsh. It's longer, but I think it's better when it's spoken. Artists face harsh realities. That's too serious. Sounds too serious. But if you say reality is harsh, especially for the artist, that sounds better. And okay, so I want. I want to provide solutions and take another step to make to support a sense of solidarity. Sounds good? More concise? Right, let's go to question 8. Yejun, Seungjun, suggestions.
Can you delete at my club?
Pardon?
Can you delete at my club?
At,
My club. Did you say I'm an artist?
oh yeah. So, yeah, I think if this is spoken, we can do like a pause. Is this video or spoken voice video? So you can say both are inseparable. I am an artist. If we do this, then it conveys at the core of an artist. And yeah, my last for yeah. Seungjun, other suggestions for 8.
What about just deleting the quote that says both are in the sit down? Because she said like, at the last sentence, she said, "My vision is to merge the words of art and business, creating a lasting legacy."
Good. So I would say. So since we can just reduce the question actually to. Do you want to be remembered as an artist, an entrepreneur, or both?
I feel like sustainable business models are a bit too abrupt.
Which one?
Sustainable.
Sustainable? Yeah, sustainable is just kind of thrown in. I think it's just there. Or, but, so you do think that artist business models are usually not sustainable?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's I think sustainability is part of the business. And sustainability doesn't always mean environmental sustainability. That was what I was misthinking about sustainability. I would say runs. I am an artist. I love music. I love expressing myself. But I think there's a bigger problem. I think what you say in number 8 is actually now all in number 7. Provide solutions for the artists and helping them have their work valued and sustained. They're the same thing. How about changing this? When we say artist, entrepreneur, or both, the both is kind of an easy answer. I would say you want to be remembered as an entrepreneur, but your company wants to be remembered as an artist. How about that? Does that sound good? So I want to be remembered. Okay, so how about this? I am an artist, but I want to be remembered as an entrepreneur. That would be part 1. And then comes the turn of events, and then say, that said, do you remember that said? That said, I want my company, it's a spoken, let's put it in caps, company to remember as an artist. And then let's work on the last one and then come back to some of the. Once we finish the last one, we're gonna have like 10 minutes to finish off parts that we left. Okay. All right. Question 9. Final suggestions.
How about deleting? Start with
Delete it. Okay. Yeah, 9 is a very hard question to answer because it's very easy to sound like you're Bill Gates, right? Because I have to give advice. I think this point is an excellent one. Never abandon your roots. that is not much like a forced advice, but a heartfelt kind of friendly tip. Okay. Yeah. Just more. It looks like you just didn't like this response. Or
I don't know. It's just
I don't think this is response is your style.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Can you change the word spirit and some use a bit more specific in English?
I think spirit is fine. I think this sentence is trade it. I think this would just be fine. And and this is a GPT comment. Okay, GPT comment. I think never abandon your artistic route, and I would say continue performing is a very good what we call a double entendre. Do you know what a double entendre is? So when we say perform, when a musician says perform, it can mean both perform an instrument on stage, and it can also just mean perform as a person. So if we just say continue performing, then or when we say the show must go on, it means that both the actual show has to go on, but it also means that what you're doing has to go on, and you shouldn't give up. Okay, so I think continue performing is a great answer to this problem. Okay. Right. Whether you're an artist or entrepreneur.
How about your inner child must always be thinking as an artist?
That is the entrepreneur. Remove this.
No, not really what. Add the phrase as an artist or entrepreneur. Delete whether you're not.
Oh, pardon? I can't hear.
So delete the phrase whether you're an artist or entrepreneur.
Okay.
And just say your inner child must always be thinking as an artist or entrepreneur.
Okay. Even when circumstances change. I'm going to change. Okay. Okay. This you put 자존감 in the translator. 자존감을 지켜야 된다는 translator. I think this is. I think this is concise and just right out there. I would even go on to say just continue performing as the catchphrase. So what do you want to do? And then you say just continue performing. And then talk about what this catchphrase is, because it means both things as an entrepreneur and an artist. Okay. 사실 I think this question is hard. Oh, okay.
What isn't?
Pardon?
Never mind.
Since this is a script, it is okay to write things like hard.
Did it find a startup?
No, found a startup is found a startup is the word found means 설득.
Oh.
Yeah, you say found a startup.
Oh.
It's in present tense.
Oh.
Yeah. So a startup, the startup 창립자 is called a
Oh
founder.
yeah, yeah. Oh, nice.
Yeah, just end the response here because it's a closing. Make it short. Alright, other thoughts? So once we've read through the entire thing, do you think that this would make a great podcast, or it's okay to suggest that we change the order of the questions, or maybe remove a question completely, or actually since we have 4 minutes, all of you can ask Sajin a question right now. Jia?
I'm sorry, but can you explain your business?
오케이.
여기부터 한국 거거든요. 4분
영어를
남았거든요.
하는 거죠.
4분 남아가지고.
저는 뭐 클래식 음악가 지가를 태어나서 어머니가 피아니스트시고 동생이 바이올린 연구를 하는데 제가 대학교 들어갔을 때 이제 말이 안 되는 거죠. 최고 연주자들이 아니면 취직할 게 없으니까. 그래서 저의 고민에 닿는 책을 찾으러 갔는데 그 책이 없었을 때 제가 썼어요. 그래서 미국 가가지고 줄리어드 가가지고 그냥 길거리 인터뷰 따고 그래가지고 그렇게 해서 책을 사면 무조건 모든 일 3개월 안에 하거든요. 그래 잘 안 돼도 안 억울하니까. 책을 썼는데 2016년 제가 23인가 만으로 21때 책을 냈는데 그게 어린 나이에 할 때 이슈가 많이 된 거예요. 당연히 공격도 많이 받았지만 그래서 강연 요청이 들어오고 뭐 제가 여기에도 썼듯이 그냥 평범한 문제생이었다가 책을 쓰는 애로 바뀌니까 이제 과 동기들은 질투했지만 외부적으로는 강연 요청이 엄청 들어오는 거죠. 그래서 그렇게 해서 이게 책 쓰기가 좋다. 그래서 이제 책을 왜 써야 되는지를 또 얘기를 하다가 컨설팅 의뢰가 들어오니까 그게 이제 커져서 출판사를 운영한 지 10년이 됐죠. 그래서 지금 신사역, 압구정역, 교대, 나부터는 다 제 광고가 저희 회사 10주년이라서 지금 광고도 하고 있고 이제 결국 어떤 사람이 인터뷰만 따면 저희가 목차 기획, 원고 작성, 디자인 요소 등을 다 해주는 걸 900만 원 받고 하는데 실제로 저희가 이제 국제학교 다니는 뭐 친구들이 만약에 해외로 갈 때 이제 자기만의 포트폴리오 필요하면 책을 쓴 친구들도 있었고 어떤 정치인들이나 아니면 회장님들이 많아요. 이걸로 돈을 벌어서 자체적으로 공연 기획을 해요. 제 연주하는 친구들한테 페이도 주고 근데 연주만을 쓴 사람들이 안 오기 때문에 연주랑 네트워크랑 합쳐서 살롱을 운영을 하고 그리고 제가 원래 문화학과 공간을 4개 정도 운영했었거든요. 이것저것
하고 있는 게 너무 많습니다.
네, 그 정도.
대단하시네요.
그래서 이제 어린 친구들이 좋아하는 여자 아이들 좋아하잖아요. 아이들 중에서 여자 아이들이랑 친구들 있잖아요. 거기 누드 뮤직비디오에 들어간 주얼리도 저희 회사 주얼리. 이런 거 좋아해요. 책 중에 막 나오는 어린 친구들은 케이팝 아이돌. 유진스님 알아요?
알죠.
그 오빠랑도 친하고 유진스님 있어요. 유진스님. 디제잉하는
되게
음악 끌어보다.
나는 완전 공대 출신이라 가지고 내가 못 가는 그런 분야들을 되게 많이 도와주고 있어요. Other question. 답변이 이미 다 돼서 질문이 별로 없는 건가요? Okay, excellent. Alright, awesome class.